what a way to start our second day of live broadcast down here in Austin, Texas on KEXP. And thanks so much for coming in.
Well, thanks for having us. It's
Always, always.
Our
love
pleasure,
seeing
for
you.
sure, for sure.
And the big question I've been dying to ask you today is, would you rather be covered in Axe spray or be made of chocolate?
Chocolate. Apparently, if you spray yourself with Axe spray, you get both. So maybe there's no choice to be made, you know.
The ladies come running
Yeah.
with chocolate. And if you're made of chocolate, they bite you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who knows what they do?
I believe everything I see on TV. That's how I go about life, and it works for me. So
And so has that pretty much how it's been on the tour? People flocking to you?
I don't know about not like the commercials, but no, it's the audience is growing, and they're very affectionate for us. They're very kind. No, people have been great. It's working. You know, doing this thing is actually it's expanding, and things are getting good. So it's great.
The nice thing is I think people don't expect us to be what we are at times. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people talk and they say we're kind of country-esque and stuff like that, and I think we're more rock and roll, and they kind of come to the shows and they're pretty, you know,
We get
taken
loud.
back by that. Yeah, we
Yeah.
get pretty loud, and so I think they've been liking that. So.
I like that, like the thing of seeing a couple acoustics and a banjo on stage, and then we open a song that's like more distorted than like a Pantera song or something. It's like, you know, it's kind of fun to turn it around on people. So it's good.
Well, for the first time, I was actually watching your performance from above today, and the first thing that came to mind, as always does when I see you live, is I just can't believe three guys are making all that sound, and especially with acoustic guitars. But I noticed for the first time today, Casey, that you are going wild on the foot pedals. Like you're basically playing bass.
You're the first woman who's been interested in that. It's usually all the guys, like when Flea says, like all the dude, oh my God, what is that? How do you play? Yeah, it's a bass pedal set that I use, but it's cool. It fills out the bottom end for us. We went for a long time with just, you know, no bass, and I found a set of them in a pawn shop, and I was already sitting down to play anyway, so I had 2 feet free, and it worked out. So I'm getting good. Another year, I won't no flubs.
It's kind of like the rubbing your stomach and patting yourself on the head, though. I don't know how you can be like, rah, 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 and then you're like this.
I don't know. It was hard for a long time. It's getting a lot easier. It's not, you know, we're not that complicated. Our first song had 2 chords, so it's only a matter of hitting 2 pedals during the whole thing. And it's a matter of aim. I have to take my shoes off for it, but you know, the aim is it's targeting things.
He's being modest. He's actually really.
It's fun though. It adds a cool element and a visual thing that's interesting for people to see too. I think so.
Yes, because you are totally being modest. Because I was watching, and you were not just hitting.
Oh yeah, sure.
That was
Well, thank
very
you. That's
fun.
very kind.
Well, you've been kind enough to say that KEXP has had a small part to play, and more folks coming out to your shows. And we've been so excited to play your music, and we've had the pleasure of having you live on the air also in Seattle. And what's been going on, you know, in terms of that? Like people hearing your music, do you get any kind of feedback on that?
We get a lot of feedback actually. The first time we played KXP, well, after a long border wait, we got there and we were in and out of there in about an hour because thanks to the sort of professionalism, if you don't mind. But that night we played the Tractor Tavern in Seattle, and it was packed. Like it was full, and a lot of people had heard the show that day, and that's just local. But since then, we, you know,
yeah, it's like nationwide, actually worldwide,
Yeah.
where people have said that they've actually heard us, you know, or you know, where you guys have been playing us, where John's been playing us in the morning and stuff like that. So it reaches, it's far-reaching, and so it's not a small part. It's actually quite a large part. You know what I mean? Like you get.
Yeah, I wouldn't say the word is small either. It's like one of those tangible things you can see a difference in. You know, we could go out west in the States and play to no one, but with, you know, support from a good radio station who backs up the music that they like, which there's not very many that do that anymore. We're all bands that you guys play are so lucky to have something that you guys do that, you know, keeps promoting music that is interesting, that's different, and that may have no chance anywhere else. So like we were lucky enough to get on, and you know, and we that night at the Tractor both times, it's just like, you know, we've been listening to you on KXP, you know, and they're there to see you because of that. You know, you can't even put a price on how valuable that is for a band that we have to travel all the way out there and hope someone's going to be there. So yeah, it's amazing. It's helped us a lot.
I thought you were going to say when you went to the border crossing, which can often really hold bands up for a long time.
We were there
really,
for 2 hours.
I thought you were going to say, they said, oh, we heard you on KEXP. Come on right through.
But soon enough, you never know. Just give them a few more listens. They didn't know we weren't wearing ties at the border, so maybe we should actually wear this when we go through the next time and get us
Well, I know you're often mistaken for the Prime Minister of Canada, so that should just
That's
get
only
you
happened once.
Right,
through. But we hope to continue the trend.
Yeah.
Well, it's not any luck that you're on KEXP. You guys are phenomenal, and to hear your record is just mind-blowing, but to see you live, it just takes you into another dimension. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Always love having you.
Anytime. We'll see you again, I hope.
Yes, very soon.
Thanks so
sure.
much for having us.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Cheers.